see. I have a different background. I hope my sound is okay. You can see my makeup is not okay. Doesn't matter. Yes. Good morning, everybody. Let me just, again, I can't see that here on this page. I need to go to my Facebook page so that we can communicate. You can ask me some questions and I'm able to see them and I'm able to answer them. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting there. Let me just maybe start today with who am I? Why can I talk about this? Okay, lovely. I can see there are a couple people in there. That is so great. And I can see your comments. Just yes. Number one is just let me know from where you are connecting here at the moment. That would be absolutely lovely. Then I want to just introduce myself, talk about why can I talk about this, and then we can dive into our interesting topic today. I think I've never done that before. But a company profile is definitely something, if you don't want to spend money on it, you are able to do on your own, and I just wanted to share with you the best way to do that. Okay, so who am I? My name is Dagmar Breiling-Murray. I'm the CEO here at Funding Connection. I started that long time ago, definitely over 10 years ago, and we raised a couple of billions for our clients through all the different government institutions, through commercial banks, through private equity partners, in some cases also through other funds from inside here of South Africa, from outside of South Africa. You still can hear that. I am German, and I also raised a couple of projects from Germany, from the German Development Bank. Keep in mind, we always need to find out for what do you really need the cash, for what you want to do with it, and that will in most cases determine which fund will take you into consideration. Okay, I see there are some comments. Daniel, lovely. Visuals and audio are clear. You are Miriam from Soweto. Hi, Jewel from Hammersdale, around the corner. Lovely. Okay, so company profile. Let's just dive into it. You know me, I'm like to tackle the topics immediately. What is a company profile? A company profile is usually a couple of pages and is used for different aspects. Sometimes it's just used for tender documentations. Okay, you need one. Then sometimes it's used to help you also with the communication when you sit in front of potential customers or clients. Just talking about this is who we are, this is what we can do, this is what we have done already, you know. So, and in some cases, it's also to give an overview if you want to sign a lease agreement. We also have done some. It's not really a company profile. It's a little bit more. It's a company. It's a proposal. Yeah. If you want to talk to different bigger clients and really want to explain to them, this is what we can do. Our company profiles are 6 pages, you know, and really concentrate short and crisp to make it as easy as possible for you. If it is a proposal, it has a couple of more pages included with a little bit more clearer description and offering. And it always depends, of course, on your product or service, what you offer. Okay, what I like to do is I always like to start with the end goal in mind. For what exactly do you need your company profile? What do you want to achieve? Yeah? And then you can go back and say, okay, usually a company profile, I made some notes just to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Okay. So now you need to think about, okay, so who is your target audience? Exactly what I just mentioned. You need to be clear about for what do you need this company profile, to who do you want to present it, speak their language. Yeah? And with language, I mean not only the English or Zulu or Afrikaans, but also speaking their language, I mean use their words, what they would use to describe their problem, to describe the solutions. Because if you don't do that, your target market, the one you want to present this to, will not identify and say, oh no, that's not for me, that's not what I need. Yeah. So be careful, find that out, have maybe some meetings already with some potential clients, see how they describe the problem, see how they describe the solution to make it easy. Yeah. Nice in a company profile is usually also having a mission and a vision statement. Yeah. So what is your vision? Funding Connections vision is definitely um, um, I had the sentence nicely done. Okay. So in my head, no, it's gone. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to have one entrepreneur at the time, and we do that to assist the South African economy to grow. Yeah, that is our mission and our vision statement. And yes, so and then you need to describe your products or services. What are you offering? Um, that can be short and crisp in one page. It can sometimes also mean you may need to use a couple of more words to be able to explain that. Then I would always say highlight your unique selling point. What is your unique selling point? Funding Connections' unique selling point is you have a team of experts on your side. We raised a couple of tens of billions of rand for our clients. We're not only a business plan writer, we are business plan consultants. Because like I said, we know exactly what the financier at the end of the day wants to know, and this is our unique selling point. Not lots of companies here in South Africa have done that, and I also know that not lots of companies in Germany do the full process. They usually only concentrate on a portion of it. Yeah. Next page is usually include your company history. When were you founded, your achievements. Maybe you can add some testimonials from existing clients. Just make sure that you're allowed to do that. The next, so that they can see. And if you are a startup, then you just need to say, okay, so our unique selling points, because we will use latest technology. Yeah. And your latest technology is XYZ. Yeah. The next one is use engaging visuals. I'm I may be a little bit different than lots of other people. I say, okay, it needs to be, keep in mind who you want to attract. These are other customers and clients. They usually know exactly what they're looking for. Does it need to look pretty? Yes, no question asked. It does. But please don't over design it. Yeah, so it's not really that you need a big designer for it. Use your logo, use your company colors, use your company fonts. And what I would usually always do is, let me just share that here with you. Okay, so Sue from Joburg, Bella from Eastern Cape, lovely. Simon from Kenya, hello, hello, Simon. Okay, so what I would usually do is okay, Canva is a software and it's free of charge for you to use. Yeah, they have lots of templates in there. You can use, you can easily change colors, you can easily change the fonts if you want to. I would stick with my company colors and make sure that fits. But everything else, make it easy to read. Don't overcomplicate it. It makes more sense to put effort into the content. Think about a mission statement and a vision statement instead of thinking about which font you're using. Yeah. And I would always, because Canva has lovely templates, we used Canva before, we are using now another, and we used the paid version before for our company profiles and pitch decks. We found another absolutely amazing software. What makes it even more easier, but it's more expensive. Yeah. So, and if you only need to do once a year or every half a year to update your own company profile, I don't think it is worth it to spend a monthly fee on any of these designer tools. Yeah, but Canva is an absolutely amazing tool so that you can use it. Make sure you first start with the end goal in mind. For what do you need it? Yeah, and then you think about what I mentioned before. I just summarize it. You think about it. Okay, so who's your target market? For what do you need this? And then you make sure you cover all the other things. You have a mission statement, a vision statement. You explain your products and services. You highlight unique selling points. You adding your company history and achievements. Don't forget, of course, your contact details. Talk about your team and the experience of your team, who is involved. If you use some specific technology, add this technology. Yes, these are my tips, what I definitely would include if I would do your company profile on my own. Yeah. And these are, of course, all the questions we are asking you. If we do the company profile for you, we will ask you these questions. If you say, I don't have a mission, I don't have a vision, we can assist you with this, suggesting some visions and missions relevant to your industry, to your services. And then you just can read through it and say, yes, that is okay for me at the moment. Or you can explain to us. That's why you always have one free revision after we released it, and say, no, my vision statement is a little bit different. Maybe we also, you forgot that you achieved something. We add this then later on to it. That's absolutely not a problem. Yeah. This is a combined effort here from Funding Connection and you to get you out there to do these. Okay, good see from Rudeport. Lead to from Johannesburg. How much do you charge to amend a business plan, Danielle? And which accompanying documents would you say financiers can overlook to approve funding for a startup? Okay, Danielle, I have no idea how good your business plan is at the moment. Okay, so what can happen is that it is absolutely perfect and then there is no problem. We just can use this. Yeah. And there can be also something else. It can mean that your business plan does not even scratch the surface of what needs to be added. So I've seen both extremes. Sometimes there is, we start from scratch. This one is not good enough. We can use a little bit of information of it, but most of it is not relevant. Okay. And I've seen, of course, business plans where I say, you know what, your financial forecast is perfect, we don't need to touch it. Or your business plan is perfect, your financial forecast has some flaws. And for us, honestly, to fix the financial forecast with the formulas would cost us more time than just doing our own again. Yeah. So telling in general how much we charge for an amendment is like you giving somebody a vehicle and say, please repair. And the mechanic says, and then you ask him how much will it cost. And the mechanic would also say, don't know, let me check. Maybe everything is okay and you only need to pay me for checking and confirming that everything is okay. Yeah? Yeah, and now I have a problem here. Namkita from Port Elizabeth. Rapzido from... Oh, no, you're George from Mahi King. Lovely. I don't know why I now can't see all your comments. I just see. There was something else you wanted to know from me, Daniel. Daniel, can you just copy and paste this again? Okay. Macrina from Joburg. Hello, hello. Lisa Kanya. Okay. How would you advise the approach should be in terms of business plan for a company is not looking into providing not only event management but also travel and logistics? Okay. The question is number one is, and I'm doing this from the view also of a financier. Barbara is there. Hello. Okay. Daniel from Pumalanga. Lovely. Okay, Lisa Kanya. My question is, why do you want to do all three things? All three things at once. Okay. And because event management, travel, logistics, it can be connected, but it also can be totally different businesses. Okay. What I would do is, what I would highly recommend is have a look at all three of these business ideas and think about what is the easiest for you to set up. And the easiest, please keep in mind, is where can you generate sales at the end of the day. Yeah? No sales, no business. That easy. Then it's a hobby. Yeah? So I'm always straightforward with you, so whoever is following me knows that. I don't like to, I don't know. So just trying to find polite ways around it. I think sometimes you just need to understand what's really happening. Okay. So yes, that's what I would do. Concentrate on, wow, there are questions coming in one after the other. Let me just make sure that I see them all. Concentrate on one thing where you are able to get some sales. Angelo from Cape Town, hello. Bonga, how important is a feasibility study when looking for funding? Okay, so number one is there are different feasibility studies. There are technical feasibility studies, there are legal feasibility studies, there are profitability studies. Okay, what we can do here are the profitability studies. Yeah, that is our feasibility study. We can highlight some legal aspects. We don't have in-house any engineers. If you need something like this, we definitely would need to ask them somebody else to assist you there. Usually a business plan is good enough in most cases. In some cases, I know already before we start with the business plan that the financiers want to have aspects of a feasibility study in this business plan. We can implement that, then just charge a little bit more. Sometimes financiers expect independent feasibility studies that needs to be outside of your business plan. We are also able to do that. It always depends on exactly what product or service you want to offer and what is your target market. If you want to get a little bit more information and get guidance, what you can do is use Facebook Messenger. Okay, here use the Funding Connection one, not my personal one. And Brent will be able to guide you. Daniel, what documents can financier overlook? Does it mean with overlook you don't want to submit them supplier agreements and equipment quotations? No, they will not overlook that they will assist. Yeah. Sometimes supplier agreements are not critical, but there are sometimes agreements you need to have in place, because without supply you are not able to manufacture. Yeah. And equipment quotations you need in any case. How much do you know your setup will cost you if you don't have any quotations? Yeah? Okay, Kafela. Okay, the chances has nothing to do with if you're operating and trading or not. It has always something to do if you have some strong offtake agreements in place. Are you having business to business trade agreements in place so that you can prove to the financiers that you have access to the market, that you have clients, that they will buy from you as soon as you're ready to trade. Yeah? So it has nothing to do with if you are a startup or an expansion, okay? But it has something to do with the proof of access to your target market. Is it easier if you are trading and you can prove that you're successful, everything is in place, everything is working smoothly? Yes. But it does not mean that as a startup you can't raise capital. We've done that lots of times for our clients with no trading history, but with strong offtake agreements. Yeah? Okay, Lisa, Kanya, I'm sure you understand, yeah. So what financiers usually do is if somebody says I want to do 3 different things, they say, looks like you don't even know which one will be successful, or you don't trust that any of them will be successful. That's why you want to have a wide range of this, yeah. Do I understand that in event management, sometimes travel, if you want to do, I'm just coming up now with some crazy ideas. Let's say you want to do weddings. What is it? Locations. I think it's called location weddings. So, and then somebody wants to get married on Mauritius. So that means you need to think about the transport of all your equipment. You need to think about the travel for the guest to Mauritius. Plus you have the event management. That is okay. Would I start like this? No, I don't think so. I think I would always get your hands dirty in a little bit more easier setup and do that here in South Africa at your location and prove that you know what to do, because you know what, if you need to fix something here in South Africa, you have a network that's easy. If there's something not working in Mauritius, you have a little bit more of a challenge, and you want to make sure that your clients are happy and give you good referrals and reviews. Yeah? Okay, so anything else? Sorry, I'm not too sure what happens here now. Let me just go to the other one. If I can see down here any... Post details. I'm just trying to find all your comments. No, I can't that here. Okay. Daniel, what's the quickest turnaround time from financiers if you're pressed for time? Okay, so government institutions, 2 to 3 months. We have a couple of financiers. They are charging a little bit higher interest rate. They can do things quicker. Yeah. But then your application also needs to be really, really strong, with all the documents in place. Yeah, I hope I answered that question too. Okay, so let me just see what I want to do. Okay, so if you have any questions, and I know sometimes people are not only watching this one live, there are also some people watching this later on. Please use our contact website. Brent is on the other side. He is able to answer questions. He is able to guide you and say, okay, what is your next step? And in some cases we say, okay, we can't assist you, but you can go there. And lots of cases we can assist you. Okay, this is what you should do, and this is how we can assist you. Yeah. So you can contact us via Facebook Messenger on our Funding Connection page, please, or on our website fundingconnection.co.za/contact. And there's also Brent on the other side who's able to guide you. Bonga, your personal credit rating, of course, will always be taken into consideration. It is in most cases not a case, so there is a bad credit rating, we don't finance you, but it will be taken into consideration. Just be aware of it. It can mean that your interest rate is maybe a little bit higher. If you have the possibility to clean that up somehow, I would try to do that, but it doesn't mean that your application will be declined. Yeah. Okay, lovely. That was an interesting morning. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I always love that, to be here in communication with you, answering all your questions. And we definitely will see us. Let me just see. Are we seeing us next Monday, or is next Monday? No, next Monday is 1st of May, so we will not see us next Monday. Maybe I do it on a Tuesday? What do you think? Is this a good idea? And then we will see us on the next Monday is the 8th of May then again. So, but we have a couple of days off, and on Wednesday is my birthday. So that is always well planned of me, because the next day is usually public holiday, so I can have some friends over and we will have a small little party here. Okay, take good care. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the success for the next week. We will see us, I think we do that on Tuesday. Yeah, we will see us next week on Tuesday. No worries, you all get the invite. Definitely I share that on social media, and I'm also sharing this via our newsletter, so that you will also always know, okay, what's happening there. Take good care, all the best, and see you soon. Bye bye.